Welcome to my channel again, a unique place where all colorful ideas take shape. Hit the like and subscribe button. All the information presented here for educational purposes only and is presented on as-is basis. A short presentation about climate change and some suggested remedies are presented here. Climate change shapes the world for better tomorrow, an important conversation that we just cannot keep postponing. It's not a simple coffee table talk. We need to do something to save the world from permanent climate disaster. A deadly nightmare that reminds us to prevent something horrific and eventually catastrophic. Temperatures rising, ice caps melting, oceans swelling. There's a story unfolding beneath it. A vital factor that involves every living thing on this planet. Let's talk about causes, consequences, and solutions. It's very important to understand it. World heating is up. Let's get to the root and start with the basics. Climate change is not about hot summers or sudden monsoons. It's a shift in Earth's climate system caused by humans. Greenhouse gases, think of them as an invisible blanket wrapped around the planet. The carbon dioxide from burning fossil fuels, methane from livestock and landfills, nitrous oxide from fertilizers. All these deadly gases trap heat in the atmosphere, more emissions, more thicker blankets. We have been pumping all these gases into the air since the Industrial Revolution. Factories, wars, and deforestation plays a huge role. Trees are nature's carbon vacuum cleaners. You cut them down and lose a friend against global warming. Global temperatures have already risen by 1.5 degrees Celsius compared to pre-industrial levels. Pocket cap is melting faster and all the glaciers are retreating fast. The sea levels are rising, heat waves, floods, wildfires are becoming the new normal. You remember the heat wave last summer? It was just like stepping into the hot oven of climate change. Rainfall patterns are shifting, winters are becoming erratic, crops are failing. Oceans absorb over 90% of the excess heat caused by greenhouse gases, just a huge and costly affair. The occurrence of warmer oceans leads to stronger storms that disrupt marine life. The presence of vibrant and beautiful coral reefs are bleaching and dying. As carbon dioxide is also into water, it causes acidification and threatens marine organisms. Sea level rises in other bluster in cities like Mumbai, New York, and Dhaka are all due to feeling the pressure. Millions of people live in lower areas when the water comes. Nature's balance is breaking. The climate factor. It isn't just a weather issue, it's an ecological crisis. Species are migrating to cooler areas, some are going extinct, forests are burning, and deserts are expanding fast. The permafrost in Siberia is releasing methane is deadlier than carbon dioxide. Is likely opening a Pandora's box. Biodiversity is deeply affected and no other species is pulled from the web of life. Humans are both victims and villains. We caused this mess and also we are suffering from it. The climate change affects heat stress, respiratory issues, and spread of diseases like malaria and dengue. It affects food, crop failures, livestock deaths, and rising prices. It also invites factors of drought, floods, and contamination. Poor communities, indigenous peoples, and living developing nations, mostly with the brunt. All urban areas affected as concrete traps warmed, creating urban heat islands. Energy demand spikes, water supply dwindles, and infrastructure crumbles rapidly. Roads for power grids fail, homes overheat. We need to rethink about everything. The climate varies the changing in Earth's climate as temperature, precipitation, and wind patterns. It includes factors like global warming and large disruptions of weather systems. Burning fossil fuels and release of carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxides is fairly well. Large-scale deforestation, industrial processes, and agricultural emissions fuel the process. Natural calamities like volcanoes and solar cycles play a minor role compared to anthropogenic factors. Carbon dioxide is the most common greenhouse gas and occurs from fossil fuels. Methane is regularly the carbon dioxide that released from livestock activities, lands, and industrial operations. Nitrous oxide aids global warming and emitted from fertilizers and industrial operations. The presence of water vapor amplifies warming through the process of feedback loops. Fluorinated gases used in refrigeration and manufacturing affects global warming. The global temperatures are abruptly rising by over 1.5 degrees Celsius since pre-industrial times. Arctic region is warming nearly 4 times faster than the overall global average. Levels of carbon dioxide have surpassed 420 ppm, which is the highest in over 800,000 years. Oceans absorb 90% of excess heat, leading to warming effects and acidification. Factors related to coral bleaching and marine biodiversity loss is accelerating. Sea levels are steadily rising due to melting of glaciers and thermal expansion. Instances of heat waves, floods, wildfires, and hurricanes is constantly increasing. Shifting of jet streams and uneven weather patterns affects agriculture and related infrastructure. Large-scale extinction of species and migration habits are due to habitat loss. The process of thawing permafrost releases gases like trapped methane. Deserts are expanding, coral reefs and rainforests are getting affected. All mountain ecosystems are rapidly changing due to factors of global warming. Coral reefs are the most affected and belong to vulnerable ecosystems. Rising temperatures, heat-related illness, and vector-borne diseases are constantly increasing. Food and water insecurity are threatening millions of people all over the globe. Instances of climate-induced migration and displacement are growing in steady numbers. Cities are facing urban heat island effects and influencing energy and water system. Transportation and housing systems are affected daily due to severe climate changes. Policies of climate disasters affects loss of productivity and costs billions in damages. Farmers are getting affected as agricultural practices are facing loss of yields and pulling on the risk factors. Insurance agencies and financial organizations affected the most from climate-related risks. Ecosystem services like pollination and water purification are constantly threatened. We need renewables and clean energy and ditch coal and oil at all costs. The introduction of electric vehicles, public transit systems, and cycling and walking will help. Planting trees and saving rainforests will improve the biodiversity of forests. Fewer fertilizers, rotating crop patterns, and reducing the intake of meat is a great step. Green roofs, flood defenses, smart grids, and sustainable agriculture will greatly help. Let us all design cities that can withstand the changing patterns in climate. Let's talk about climate change, demand action from leaders, and take the bold step. Application of energy efficient measures is a great way to combat climate change. Increasing climate finance and research, innovation, and clean technologies is most welcome. Steps for education and awareness to drive behavioral change is very necessary. We should always try to support sustainable brands and encourage local produce. Take steps to participate in climate advocacy and community initiatives. There's no planet B. We should make a difference and love our planet. Thanks for watching. Do like, share, and subscribe to this channel.